Welcome back to another episode of NFT Catcher Podcast. We'd like to remind everybody that nothing on the show is meant as financial advice, and to please do your own research. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Now the subject is NFTs.
They're known as non-fungible tokens, or NFTs.
NFTs are exploding in popularity.
This is a technology that will forever change the way people interact.
So it is happening whether you understand it and like it or not.
This phenomenon is moving. The digital.
You have now joined Jenny from the blockchain and Michael Keene on the NFT Catcher Podcast.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the NFT Catcher Podcast with me, Jenny from the blockchain, and my co-host, Michael Keene. For today's Sunday recap episode, we have special guest Corporate Trash with us, who honestly has been in the space for quite a long time. She recently sold a Bored Ape that she minted. I don't know too many people still hold on to their original Bored Ape. So that was pretty wild. But Corporate Trash, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you guys so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
Yes. Yeah, we have so many topics to get into for the week. Every week in the NFT space is crazy. There's always a bunch of stuff happening. But first, we do want to hear a bit about your journey. You know, we like to get to know our guests a little bit before we dive into the topics. And I'm curious, Corporate Trash, if you could talk about how you got into the NFT space.
Yeah, sure. So in January 2021, I got into NBA Top Shot from a tweet I saw from Darren Revel about it. And yeah, I got into this space because I was actually looking for a way to address my large amount of student loans that I had from school. And I got deep into NBA Top Shot, started flipping that, and then I got into other ETH NFTs. And then it just sort of kept happening and met everybody at NFT NYC in 2021. And that was kind of the impetus for me to quit my job and go into NFTs full time. And it's been kind of a roller coaster ever since. So it's been really awesome. I mean, I've met a whole new group of friends that I never thought I would have at this time in my life. And it's been a really great, surprise in my life.
And what's the meaning behind Corporate Trash? Which, by the way, I know your real name, but I literally only think of you as Corporate Trash. I can't, I just can't, your actual name, just seems weird to me. I'm like, what? No, it's Corporate Trash.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
I had a job where I was kind of in charge of a team of customer service specialists, and someone called in to our company and was really upset and was like, "You guys used to be a small startup, and now you're just a bunch of corporate trash people." And it was sort of an inside joke with us at my company. And then I just sort of started my Twitter account for NFTs, and I decided to use Corporate Trash. And it's just been kind of funny because, I think deep in my heart, I'm still always going to be Corporate Trash because I did work in the corporate world for so long. But it's kind of just a funny name in a world that really is sort of anti-corporate in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's iconic. Definitely.
Thank you.
I always wondered where you got that name from. I'm glad to know the story.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good. You mentioned NFT NYC, the first one last November, which is almost a year away now. You don't happen to remember meeting Andy and I briefly, do you?
Oh yeah, no, I do.
You do? Where was it then?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
there were so many parties.
Call her out.
Wait, it was it the rooftop event? Wait, I'm trying to think. Which one was it? You got to tell me.
We were right outside of the House of Kiba party.
Oh yeah, okay. It wasn't that a rooftop technically. No, okay. I guess.
No, it was like a ground level bar. We were all deciding if we were going to go over to Ape Fest in Brooklyn.
Ah, right.
And Andy and I didn't. I don't know what you did, but Andy and I did not go.
Yeah. We definitely went. We were there pretty late. I think I got in when the Strokes were playing, but that was really cool. That first Ape Fest was really cool as well.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like you said, meeting all the people. I mean, it really was like the first time everybody was getting together. That was really, really cool. Yeah. I don't think you remember meeting us though.
I do.
Wow.
I
swear. Okay. All right. If you swear, I believe you. I'm not going to doubt you then, but
we were going party to party.
I'm just kidding. We were for sure. It was, I didn't know. You remember. That's funny. Good stuff.
Wow. I was literally I went to the corporate, to the House of Kiba party with Corporate Trash, although I think she ended up leaving early.
Yes.
We were with a group of people. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing Andy and Michael outside, but that must have
No,
been
we missed
why.
you at that one, but that was the only time I ever met corporate trash. And Andy knows everybody. Andy's like, that's this person, that's this
How do you
person.
know that was corporate trash? He's like,
I don't know. How do you
anonymous.
know? Maybe he needs to type it in. But he said, I think. He was like, I think that's corporate. He knows everything.
For those who go to events, they know corporate trash. But if you don't go to events, then you don't know what she looks like because she doesn't post herself like on social media. It's just kind of like, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, I'm still going to go to events. I mean, that's the best part.
Yeah,
so.
Of course.
Totally.
Of course. Cool.
All right, Michael, what do we got? What do we got today? We got a lot to jump into.
Yeah, the Ape Council was really exciting. And I know you guys are kind of friends with 2 or 3 of the people that made it on there. I thought it was a really good list of people that are not controversial, not going to like, there's some people that are like, I wish I was on, I wanted to be on there. There's all that drama, but I really like the group they picked. It's kind of for long-term community, they're going to try and help people do things and put on events and just be leaders in the community. Josh Ong was on Twitter Spaces the other night for like 5 hours, did a really good job. He's, nice and calm and just people that have been around for a long time. I don't know what you guys think of the council and, like Peter's on there and Sarah Stargirl, who we had on the show.
Yeah, Peter actually is, because I know some people are like, what do some of these apes even do? And I know, like, you don't see everything on social media. Peter, first of all, is the reason why I got into the Steph and I got into the Bored Ape Yacht Club party. We didn't even have a Bored Ape, but he like literally helped like put on that yacht party, like that very first one on that yacht. So yeah, he's kind of doing a lot of like behind the scenes things. Yeah, Sarah Stargirl we had on the show. She's awesome. Who else? Josh, Laura, this guy Ethan,
OX Wave.
OX Wave. Yeah.
I mean, Peter was also, he worked on the very, very first event in Venice for a Bored Ape Yacht Club. That was in July of 2021 that I got to go to. And that's when I first met him, actually. And then he's been involved like behind the scenes a lot. And I'm super happy about how they picked the council. I think voting would have been kind of, honestly, like a popularity contest.
It's exactly what it would have been. And you could tell you who would have ended up on there. And it wouldn't have,
who's the loudest on Twitter, not saying that they don't matter to the community, but I think people have been, I don't want to say that we're building. It's just so cliche, but
this is a longer term, right? You're exactly right. This is a longer term vision rather than just getting like a big splash that everyone will be talking about on Twitter. If that makes sense. I think. Yeah, for sure. So that was fun. That was fun this week. There was a lot of drama, Twitter Spaces around it. We can keep moving. This happened, I think, just recently. Frank from DeGods announced that DeGods, the tubes and the Utes are all going to 0% royalties. There's been a lot of drama around royalties and can they be enforced and the different, pseudo swap, getting around royalties and doing 0% themselves. They put out a statement that said, we're updating our collections all to 0% royalties. We still believe that royalties are an incredible use case of NFTs, and we will continue to support creators that want to find solutions to enforce the royalties. We just believe at this time it's their best business decision. So, good for them. Like every project's allowed to do what they allowed to do. Jimmy.eth, who Jennifer and I just had literally on last episode, tweeted that 10% was greedy AF and you've already taken all the royalties and now, they're going down to 0. It's probably going to put pressure on other collections to do the same. Do you guys have any thought? We've talked about the 0 royalties before, but do you have any thoughts on this particular situation?
I retweeted somebody that I saw saying, instead of going to 0% royalties, the bigger project should consider creating their own marketplace. It was Saigar_dev tweeted this. And I agree with that. I think that the challenge with that is smaller projects. It's really difficult for them to create their own marketplaces. They don't really have, the dev energy to do that. But bigger ones, I think that's a pretty good idea. I know Chimpers has their own marketplace, obviously CryptoPunks, and a lot of other ones as well. So I don't know. I mean, the royalty debate kind of rages on. It's never a dull moment.
Yeah,
in NFTs.
Right, for sure. And they could always change it back. I'm sure they will at some point. But it is true they've raked in. I didn't do the math, but I'm sure, a few $1 million.
They did very well.
Very, very well. I know they made millions on the Utes drop itself, which they have not revealed yet, which people are like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah, I still don't think there's a reveal date for that, but it was major when it happened. I feel like in some of the Discords I was in, it was everything. So yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure when they're coming.
Yeah, no, I don't know either. That'll be interesting to see. They better be good at this point, because you make people wait this long. They better be good.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Our friend Sarah Script dropped a new project. Do you know Sarah?
I'm not sure if I do, actually.
Okay.
Emotional
We've had her on, and she's been on like the ladies' night with Steph and Jennifer, and she's had a couple different projects. She's just like really cool artist and she's really nice. And we've had her on, and she dropped a little project. I got in on the whitelist. Did she message you, Jennifer? Did you happen to get in on it, or did I get lucky?
She
did. You did. Okay, yeah.
Nice. You're trying.
I was gonna. I mean, normally,
trying to flex over me.
Exposed.
I was trying to.
Wow. Just wow. Yeah, wow. That's why you put that in there, because you wanted.
Normally just you get it. You'll come in, you'll be like, oh, somebody gave me a CryptoPunk, and I'm like, what?
Oh my gosh, come on. Wait, speaking of gifts, this was a big thing. I don't know if you guys saw Alex41, who's just been hosting those Twitter Spaces, capitulation Twitter Spaces, like pretty much 24/7. He was gifted a mutant ape from Machi, who's like an alleged scammer. I don't know if you guys saw like the whole thread from Zach XBT, but yeah, and anyways, it's kind of a huge controversy, mostly because he was given it from Machi, who's like apparently a scammer. I guess we don't know for sure if he's a scammer, but it's like
it's a controversy because Alex makes it a controversy. Like,
yeah, true.
Because Machi's given a bunch of them away, right?
Oh,
Machi's given, he gave like to all these like stars in Asia. Like, I don't know. I've been listening to these spaces, so I know more now than I ever cared to about these people.
Oh,
I haven't been on.
You haven't been listening to those spaces? No. They are. Everyone he opens, he gets 600-700 people, and
wow.
They get pretty wild, pretty contentious. Like, it's definitely cringe at times. Like, it's
I can't
wild.
take it. I mean,
it's
thrilling.
For
like,
you.
Yeah, it's entertaining.
It's like reality TV, it's like it's like
it's like,
so bad.
It's like Jerry.
Away,
it's like Jerry Springer. That's exactly right.
Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's exactly right. So that was those guys, and I told you, Jennifer, you got mentioned in that space by Machi.
I know. Apparently, I got dragged. I got dragged
a little bit. He don't know what he's talking about.
But it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
And, hey, if you don't have haters, you're not doing something right.
Exactly right. That's exactly. If he didn't care about your post to him, he wouldn't.
It's because I just like I was like just like replying on he like tweeted out about his ape or whatever, and then I like replied with like Zach's thread. I didn't even say anything. All I did was reply with Zach's thread, and then he like got really mad at that, I guess. And
he didn't like it. He didn't like it, to say the least. Yeah, that's all right now. But probably so no publicity is bad publicity. So he called you out in front of 700 people. Probably some of those people went and checked out your profile.
Wow. All right.
Right.
Hopefully, I got a few new followers from that.
Yeah. That's been fun. What did we start talking about? Oh, because he gave the mutant to Alex.
Yeah.
And supposedly it's a nice one, like an M2. I didn't go look at it or whatever.
I don't know. What would you guys do? Because these were like kind of his options that he's debating.
Right.
Gift it back, burn it, like send it to a burn address, or keep it or sell it.
Well, 100% not burn it. Burn it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you knew the person who gave it to you was a scammer and they scammed like $22,000 worth of ETH off all these projects, like what would you do? After getting that, like what would
maybe gift it back? I mean, I don't know. Like,
gift it back, really? Okay.
Or sell it and give the money to. It depends. I mean, first of all, it depends on what kind of financial situation. Like if you're desperate for money, you might have to take the money. But like if you're not, and like it'd be cool to do something nice with it. That would be good Web3 ethos. People would see that. It'd be very transparent. You could give it. I don't even know who you give it to, but whoever whatever made sense.
Right. That's hard.
Terrible idea.
Give it to Jen. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, donate it to the NFT Catcher podcast wallet.
There you go.
NFT catcher pod.eth. I don't know where that goes.
Wait,
don't
what?
send anything there because I don't know if that even.
Wait, I'm sending all my hidden folder stuff to you.
Yeah, don't send anything there.
I actually claimed that for us. Remember?
I know you did.
Available.
Yeah, that's right. But it's probably not like hooked up to anything.
No, it's not. I
Right,
should hook it. Well, no. I'm just kind of squatting on it, I guess. But
yeah, I know you got that one. That's good.
What else we got?
So Dapper is dropping their La Liga.
Oh my gosh! You know what? They have been talking about that for such a long time. It's finally coming out. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about. I'm not sure if I'm gonna. Honestly, I am probably gonna check it out. Knowing me, like
it's smart to get the first pack. You know what I mean? Might as well get the first ones.
Yeah,
because that has all like the first ever.
Yeah, it's just Dapper's really been messing up a lot lately. Like I don't know if you saw the whole UFC pack scandal. And
no. Well, the one a long time ago where everything was in order or whatever. That one?
No, it's been a more recent one.
There's another one.
Well, I don't even know what happened. I don't even know.
Yeah, well, and then some people are speculating it was like an inside job and just things like a lot of, and then people aren't happy with Top Shot either because so the leaderboards, I think I remember I talked about, when you can lock your moments to be on leaderboards and then you can get rewarded. Well, they ended up, basically they're giving a moment to everyone in the top 750 of each team leaderboard. And it's going to be like the first duo team moment. They already started distributing it. Basically, spots 1 through 3 are getting like 0-1, 0-2, 0-3. And then the rest is completely randomized, which people were not happy about because they're like either randomize it all or make all of them, serial based on, what rank you are. And so people were just not happy. I mean, people aren't usually very happy with Top Shot.
That's true.
On any given day.
No matter what they do, it's like there's always something. But they didn't announce any of that plan ahead of time, and I think it got to people for sure, especially some of the big whales who were like, "That would have been good to know."
But for sure.
But yeah, La Liga looks like its first drop is on October 27th. So there's like a sign up going on right now for.
Yep, you can sign up on their website. Exactly.
The closed beta, right?
Yeah.
I got to sign up for that.
Yeah, I signed up for it. I gave my email, whatever. You just connect with your like Gmail account, just like the other Dapper stuff. That's how I connect, at least.
Are you guys doing any of the NFL all day like playbook stuff?
I'm not. I saw you are though, Corporate Trash.
It's fun because I like football better than basketball, and I'm in like 1 or 2 fantasy leagues, so it's like I'm kind of following football. It's pretty fun. It like keeps you definitely like engaged in the platform in a way that we haven't seen on like some other ones, so it's pretty fun.
How's it work?
So like every week there's a playbook, and it gives you different challenges based on like the different games, and it changes every week. So one of the challenges might be like for Thursday night, like you have to have the player who gets the most rushing yards or whatever.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, and but you have to like kind of guess ahead of time, speculate, or by the moment after. And then you get like yards towards your playbook, and the more yards you get, like the more packs you can earn. And you have to burn 5 moments as well to participate in the premium packs. And it's like a cool like deflationary thing as well, and people are into it. So yeah,
nice. Yeah, they seem to be bringing in like NFL fans that are not NFT people.
Hopefully, I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, for sure.
But one can hope, So.
Yeah. Because that was part of the first run on NFTs was Top Shot bringing in people. Like I can't tell you how many people we've talked to on this podcast, including myself. I don't think Jennifer, did CryptoKitties before Top Shot, but like I mean, Andy and I, our first NFTs were Top Shot. Yours obviously were, and a lot of people were their first one was Top Shot. A lot of people.
Yeah,
that's
so
like
no matter
really common story. Yep.
I'm not that engaged in Top Shot anymore, but sort of like no matter what they do and I read about it, like I just like can't even ever be super super mad at them because I guess because I sold a bunch of them, so I don't have a ton anymore. But also it's because I just have a soft spot in my heart for Top Shot. It's like I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that.
Yes. Yeah, I have a nice toxic relationship with Top Shot. Sometimes I get mad at them, but I always come running back.
Same.
So
I have a nice little collection of LeBrons. Nothing crazy, but like 15 or 20 LeBrons.
Wow, flex on us.
They're not worth anything. They're only worth like $20 each or something.
He's just flexing today.
Yeah, but one day they super flexing. 15 to $20 LeBrons. One day it's going to be when he goes into the Hall of Fame and NFTs are having their resurgence. That's when they'll be worth something.
All right. Yeah. All right. We'll hold our breath.
And like that'll be like 7 or 8 years from now.
Okay. All right. We'll have to revisit this in 7 to 8 years. And
we'll be on episode, like if we're doing 100 a year at this point, we'll be
1,000,
800-900 episodes. Yeah.
We're gonna be so old. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah. I'm gonna be all wrinkly. I don't know.
Oh god.
That's a long time away.
Yeah.
True.
It's like a lifetime. Oh man. But yeah, 100 is coming up, which by the way, this is a great time to plug this. We are on a mission to get to 100 ratings by our 100th episode. We're at 85 right now. We are so freaking close. We just need 15 more people to hit the star button on the Apple Podcast app. But yes, we got a new review in, which I'm going to read. Actually, Michael, do you want to read it? You said it was from your friend, potentially.
Yeah, I think it is. I do not have it up. If you have it up, you should read it, but okay. I will say who I think it's from.
Okay, I have it up. Okay, so from GKSAAB, they said, checks all the boxes. Michael and Jenny are such a great team because between their 2 points of views and their depth of experience in NFTs and Web3 in general, they really give you a well-rounded view of the space. They talk about new projects and blue chips alike, have great interview guests, security against scammers, all the things you need to know if you're playing in the NFT space. Great for novices or experts. Wow, loved it. That was a great one.
That's an amazing one. Yeah, that's a really good review. We always talk about how we have the best community, the best fans. Like they're always messaging us, and we have the NFT Catcher Discord, which is nice and active with really good people. And like our fans are so much fun. We go to the events, they recognize us. Our fans, our community. What should I say?
I love how you. It's just funny. I love
just the way I say it.
Fans, like
fans.
I feel like I'm like Justin Bieber. Like our fans. Yeah. Okay, no, we can go with fans if you want.
Yeah.
Wait, are you guys doing anything like really special for your like 100th episode? Whenever
we're working on it, we're planning it out. Yeah, we're planning it out.
Yep.
Sweet.
It's at the end of this month, so
okay, cool.
The reason I was saying all that about our amazing community, our fans, is because one of the people I met through this podcast, Gassan, who I met up and hung out with at V Friends. And then went to Detroit with my cousin for the Eagles' first game about a month ago. And he really took care of us in Detroit, and really good dude. And we've become friends through the podcast. And I'm pretty sure that's him who left that review. So we appreciate that.
Thank you, Gassan.
Yep.
Great review.
Yeah. Love it. Tell us about the BNB bridge exploit, because I know there's a lot of money taken. Jennifer, what do you know about that? I didn't really look into it.
Okay, let me pull up my bookmarked tweets. Yeah, I don't know if you saw this, but apparently someone on BNB just got hacked for 2 million BNB, which is 600 million USD, which is so much. And this is from Fubar, by the way. They tweeted this. I'm reading their tweet, but a bunch of people tweeted about this. They said the attacker is spewing funds across liquidity pools and utilizing every bridge they can to get to safer chains, complete chaos on the chain. And then BNB ended up tweeting out saying, due to regular activity, we're temporarily pausing BSC. We apologize for the inconvenience and we will provide further updates here. And everyone just going crazy in the comments. Yeah, so that was pretty wild. It's not every day that you see an exploit for $600 million. Like
one person got robbed?
Yes. Apparently it was one wallet, apparently. Like
wow.
Yeah.
Honey, I have something to tell you. It's really bad. I was trying to bridge our money.
Down 600 million.
It's 600. 600 what? Million.
Okay, we shouldn't joke about that. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. That's like the GNP. That's like the GNP country, GDP of probably a lot of countries.
Yeah, so
That's
I'm
a
looking
lot
forward
of money.
to Zach XBT coming out with like a thread on who it was or something, like exposing them. Because he's really good at that.
Yep. That is a lot of money. It's probably one of the bigger ones that's ever happened. I have no idea, but that sounds pretty nasty.
Yeah, I think Ronin Wallets was pretty bad too when that happened, but I think it was more like 200 million, maybe not this much. So
that's crazy.
That. Yeah.
They stole it from the Binance bridge. So I don't know if like it was just money that was, I don't know how the bridge works, but maybe it was some account worth. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to read this whole thing. Yeah, okay, I guess I don't know too much, but yeah. Anyway, all right, moving on.
Yep,
moving on.
Speaking of bridges, real quick, a little segue there. One of the things I found really, really interesting that the Cryptoys mentioned in their YouTube live was that they're building the first ever flow to ETH bridge. Yep,
that's awesome. Is that for is that for the classics or something or what? Because those are on Ethereum.
Yeah, those are on Matic actually, Polygon.
Oh, you're right.
But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what it's for. I think they said if you you keep them on their flow chain if you want to use them in the ecosystem, but they're going to allow you to send them over to ETH if you'd like.
Can't wait for Cryptoys.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're hyped for that. Did you get a good username or did you get Crypto Trash? Corporate Trash, I'm sorry.
Crypto Trash. That's my
Crypto
new name.
Trash. Yeah, that's your nickname. AKA Crypto Trash.
Yes, I got Corporate Trash and I'm going to get Crypto Trash now.
You're going to get that now? Is that available .eth? Let's see if cryptotrash.eth is available.
Oh my God.
Hey, you never know. It might be.
It wouldn't be the first domain I bought on a whim during the podcast.
True.
Crypto Trash is unavailable.
I figured it would be. Rude. That's a pretty good one. So
yeah, that is a good one.
Of course, someone's gonna snatch it up.
Yeah, I like that.
Did you guys see that Eternal announced that they're shutting down this week?
Yeah, it's so sad.
So sad. We had Newbie, who is the chief of staff at Eternal, on the show. She's actually our second ever guest. So it was quite the throwback. Wow. I don't know if our listeners remember that, but she was on the show. I actually helped introduce her to get that job because the founders of Eternal were like, hey, can you connect us with, do you know this person? I was like, yeah, that's little Newbie. I know her. And then I connected them. But Eternal was also one of the first, besides like Top Shot, one of the first projects that we supported on Evaluate Market. So yeah, it was sad to see that they announced they were shutting down. They are going to be keeping the site alive for the rest of the year. So if you do have moments on Eternal, make sure you move them over. I believe you can move them to I forget which kind of wallet. You can move them, basically you can move them to a different wallet and take them off of the platform. If you don't, all your moments on there left will essentially be burned. So yeah, it was sad to hear that. But they announced that just this week and they put out a whole blog and everything about it.
Yeah, the bear market is it's hard on a lot of companies and people, and the ones that are still, hanging in there, it's like, God bless, it must be tough for sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's definitely rough conditions right now. I thought Jimmy gave some great advice to people building in the space as well. Plug to our last episode. You know what? It's not easy to be building during the bear market, but he was saying like, make sure that and I think this is a little more for collectors. Like, for example, I had some moments on Eternal. I had some packs that I was holding. But one of the things he was saying was diversify your attention, diversify your assets. Make sure you have your hands in a couple different pots. That way, if something goes down or something goes wrong, like you're not, devastated because one thing didn't work out. You have other options and you have other things that you're invested into or collecting, whatever. Which I thought was great advice.
Yeah, that was a powerhouse 30 minutes with him. That was really fun.
Yeah, that was good.
We just went through a lot of stuff, and he's just really smart, really well connected, and seems genuine and nice. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, what I said to him, I said at the end, like, you're known as, if anyone just says Jimmy, they know exactly who they're talking about. That's Pretty impressive. Yeah. Well, when people say Andy, they know who they're talking. We know who we're talking about too. So he's actually on that same kind of level, that first name level. There's no other Andys. Actually, there are a couple other. But our Andy's there's a couple of them.
I know I can think of a couple on top of my head, but yeah.
He's the
mine goes straight to Andy, our producer.
So but step back to that Binance bridge for 1 second, because something I actually read is that Reddit, this just like the last couple of days, victims of NFT fraud can take theft loss tax deductions. So, like, speaking of Andy, who had, a dog snagged, could theoretically take a tax loss on that. I know my buddy Emmanuel had a doodle taken.
Oh man.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, brutal for sure. That was awful. Like, and he like clicked a link through OpenSea to like one of their trending collections and connected to the website, and that's what happened.
Man.
Yep.
Yeah, take that tax loss. At least, I mean, it's not going to bring your NFT back, but at least it's better than nothing.
Yeah,
so
yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. Take that tax loss. What else do we have going on that seems really cool? Do you guys know about the Loud Punks?
Yeah, actually, I think I heard about this on a different podcast, and
okay.
The thing I thought was really cool about it is like the lifetime access to all of the Rolling Loud festivals.
Yeah,
like a lounge and all that, like you have here. But what I thought was interesting is they were talking about like, when you, let's say that if you in like a Web2 world, if you buy a pass, like a lifetime pass for a concert series, and then you like get older and you have kids and you're like, I don't want to go to this anymore. There's no really good way to like sell it, right? Like it's like weird for ownership.
Right.
But with this, like they're like, hey, like you can sell it on the, on the secondary market, which I thought was kind of simple, but also I was like, oh, like that's a good point. Like you're not going to go to Rolling Loud when you're 50. I mean, if you are, God bless, but I'm not. So
yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Well, I'm 43, so I probably shouldn't get it then.
You can.
No, I'm only joking. They didn't say the price yet, though, did they?
I don't think so. No.
Do you have any guesses?
I mean, God, it's got to be quite a few ETH, doesn't it? I mean,
they hinted that it wasn't going to be as high as we were thinking, but you would think it's got to be. I don't know how many they're selling or really anything like that, but it definitely like. I mean, my original thought was like a half to 1 ETH, but you're getting a lot of value for that. But maybe that's the point, I don't know how many they're going to sell. Maybe they sell a couple thousand of them, and then how many people can show up really to each concert? It's not going to be. It's only a certain percentage. I'm not really sure what they're going to charge. I mean, I guess maybe a couple ETH. I mean, it would make sense. Like the value's there for sure, especially if you're going to travel and go to these things. I live in Miami, so I live near one. I live like near Miami. I've never actually gone to it, but maybe I would with priority entrance and stuff.
I'm checking out the website. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I know that sounds kind of similar was Coachella auctioned off these like keys for lifetime festival access, and they went for a lot of ETH. Like I think it was like, I might just be making this up. I thought it was like 20 ETH or something like that.
Mm-hmm. But that was only a couple of them though, wasn't it?
It was very low. So it was very limited edition. So that's a good point. Maybe it'll be cheaper. But I think it's a really cool idea. So
it is a really cool idea. It's all going to be about the price. Like, if they're like 10 ETH, I'm like, oh, that's kind of a but if it is like half an ETH or something, it could be really interesting, especially if you want to go to one or two of them.
Yeah, I just love that. These are the things that I think like, NFTs are going to be great for in the future.
Absolutely.
Are things like this, like the stuff like that really excites me about like bringing like, bringing communities closer with NFTs and using them as a way to like, have kind of a fan club in a way that's even tighter than a traditional fan club would be.
Absolutely. Love that. Yeah. And they can keep rewarding these people. They're going to be the first people that help them on their journey, whatever it is.
Yeah. I've been getting a targeted ad for this. Do you know the Spartan races, like the obstacle course races?
I'm familiar. Yep.
They've been targeting me with a Instagram ad. They're selling an NFT to, I guess it like enters you in all of the races around the world or something like that for like 5 years. And I thought, I think it was cool to see like them branching out into NFTs as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really neat. I mean, it's just really cool to see, even in this, horrible bear market that we're in, it's that all the companies are still finding their way in and learning and trying to figure out ways to do it. And I still think that's inevitable. Like, one of the things I actually had on our list here was, and this is a rhetorical question. Josh Ong actually said this in that Twitter space he held for 5 hours the other night. He said, when I think about NFTs, like, I know where we are in the market right now, but ask yourself, is the world getting more digital or less digital? And the obvious answer is more digital. So it only makes sense that this blockchain technology, and I'm not going to pretend to know which blockchain. I've said a few times, like, it's going to be tough for Ethereum to be the kind of the commercial consumer blockchain, just because of what can happen with gas. But there, Polygon and Flow are positioning themselves very well to take a lot of that volume.
Yeah, I think as long as people are building things where the NFT like really enhances it and like isn't just there to be there, like, you've seen a lot of the memes around like, Web3 founders creating things for Web2 solutions that don't need to be solved. And I think there's a lot of those out there, but like, once we can get through that noise, there's just so many applications that people really aren't thinking about, because, we're focused on like our bags. So
yeah,
I'm trying to like take a step back during this market and like look the bigger picture, like what else does the blockchain itself enable, in our lives and other people's lives. And yeah, I'm just, I mean, I know that the bull market will come back one day. I'm hopeful.
Right.
So,
and what it'll look like, we don't know. But you actually made some really, really good points there. Like, what's coming is going to be like people selling products as NFTs, and there's going to be, some are going to fail, some are going to make it, just like every other product. But there will be digital products of whatever they look like are going to be for sale. That's why Apple's already saying they're going to take 30% on all the apps. Like, go for it, guys. Like, start selling digital stuff, but we're taking our piece,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something that I think about, like, okay, what can we really do with the blockchain? And it's not even like financial thing. Like, you wouldn't even really make money on this, but today, because I'm like packing because I'm moving soon, and I was going through a bunch of photos, like physical photos, from when I was like a kid and everything, and I'm like, man, I just freaking love physical photos so much. And I think about how, I never back my stuff up to the iCloud, and then I like, I drop my phone and it breaks, and then I have to reset it, and then all my photos are gone. And then it's just like, I want some way to put my photos on the blockchain that isn't like, I don't want everybody to see my freaking photos, but like a way for it to be permanently on the blockchain, but not like extremely visible, like to everybody. Just maybe, I can allow access to certain family members and things like that, but it's on the blockchain forever. And, generations down the line, when I'm long gone, I don't have to keep handing out physical photos, but I can just, it can be there on the blockchain. I think
like a private blockchain layer. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's amazing. That'll absolutely be a business model that there'll be a bunch of successful companies doing, but like, you can kind of do it now, not you, but like theoretically somebody could make the business where you make an app and you mint these to a custodial wallet on the Flow blockchain, so you can hide them and do it, like you said, show them to whoever you want, make it like a social thing where whoever you want to share it with can see it, and charge whatever you charge, per bulk upload to mint them.
For sure. I mean, I recently learning about these topics is really interesting. I recently just started a newsletter to try and force myself to like dive into new topics in terms of blockchain. And it's really like kind of like opened my eyes around like, wow, like there's tons of applications out there. And not only with the blockchains that we know, but also like private blockchains for like supply chain and logistics. And like, it really enables a lot. And it's so much more than just, the surface layer that we're working with and that we know and love.
What's your new newsletter? Is it like corporatetrash.io or?
Yeah, I mean, you can find it there, but it's on my Twitter bio, but it's called like Business and Blockchain. And really what it is I highlight like 3 different companies that are working on like some specific topic in blockchain that I go into. It's like a 4 or 5 minute read once a week. And and they're just all different topics that I'm getting into. I wrote one about physical real estate, about NFT rentals. I have one coming up on Tuesday this week.
Love it. All right, I found it. I'm subscribing. I'm looking forward
Cool.
to reading this information. Okay, Michael.
That's the same thing I was going to say. I was on corporatetrash.io earlier today. And I've been a fan of your content for a long time now, well over a year.
Thanks.
Jennifer's mentioned you since the very beginning of our podcast 14 months ago. So
wow, you guys have been podcasting for that long? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I know.
Amazing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Corporate Trash has written a lot of articles and blogs for us how to evaluate market. So and then also we're friends as well. But yeah, I've been connected to Corporate Trash for quite a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Corporate Trash. You do have one of the best names. Yeah, corporatetrash.io.
No, I need Jennifer. I need I've been telling my sister this. I'm like, I really want to make a website. Like,
you should
do it. And I'm like, I know.
Mine's like terrible. Just get on Squarespace and it's fine. Like
Jenny from the block.chain.
No, Michael.
I like it.
Michael minted this freaking like nobody has .chain, and he thought it was gonna be like the next thing. He was like, he thought he was like, do me a favor.
No.
This for you, and he like minted Jenny from the block.chain, which I have, and I'm appreciative. But
one day you're gonna be like, damn,
it's not taking off. Yeah,
he was ahead of his time. That guy.
Fair.
Yeah. Jenny from the block.io.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, Jenny from the blockchain.og would be a good one with the new OG, the old.
Okay, I got that. I secured it.
You got to go reserve that before somebody else does.
She said she got it.
But I don't. How do I get .io? Where do I get that?
I'll DM you. Yeah.
GoDaddy. Yeah. Oh shoot, I might already have it because I always like buy things and forget about it. But I'll have to.
Now you need to get it before the episode.
Oh, I know. I hate talking about things and then I have to.
Now you need to get it before the episode airs, which is in like 2 hours.
No. Okay. It's one of my many tabs I have open. Hopefully I accomplish it today.
Nice. What else is on the list? OpenSea actually made a big move, and they said they're going to allow bulk listing and bulk buying up to 30 collectibles at a time.
Yeah, I saw
which
that.
Is really nice. Like, I'm not buying like back in the day when I would be buying 40, 50, 80 sometimes pieces in a collection and trying to sell them all. Like that would have been amazing.
I still think people are using, the really love you guys, but my DGen friends, they're using tools like, NFT nerds and like Blur and like they're using those things that show, everything from like X2Y2, Looks OpenSea at once. And like, I think they're buying from there. I don't know if anyone's buying directly from OpenSea anymore. I'd be surprised. People who are sweeping that many.
Yeah, right. People are sweeping that many. That's for sure.
Yeah,
but they might, with this. Oh, I guess maybe not because you're right. Because you get. Sorry, Jennifer, to cut you off there, but Corporate Trash is right. Like if you're being really slick about it and you want to buy 30 of them, you can get them a little bit cheaper going to all the different marketplaces at once.
Yeah, that's true. Although I also feel like unless you're really like, DGen and you've been around for a while, like a lot of people get sketched out about using other sites. And it's like they know that OpenSea is reliable and they just want to use, what they already know. Obviously, if you're sweeping 30 things, like, you probably know a lot, I guess, right? Because that's a lot of money to be, unless it's like just like a penny each. I don't know, but yeah, I can see people using that just as a way to just use the same thing that's familiar. And that's even with, you guys are talking about, some of these projects should have their own marketplaces, which I think is cool, but it's also kind of like, oh man, am I gonna have to remember to go to all these different like sites? Like, why can't I just go to one and have everything there?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, OpenSea, I mean, regardless of, all the other marketplaces that exist, and even Magic Eden has ETH now, it's kind of, like you said, Jennifer, it's habit, right? You're going to go to the site that you are most comfortable with the UX of, with the layout of, no matter how much we complain about OpenSea. I mean, sometimes like I still go there, like I want to buy stuff from there over some other sites because I mean, I think LooksRare actually has now like if you hover over something, it shows you if it's like marked stolen on OpenSea. So they've like added features for that, which is great because there are some good deals on LooksRare. But yeah, it's always you're just a little bit sketched when buying from other places. Yeah, and I feel that way as well. For sure.
And there's usually more listings on OpenSea, like
it's where the liquidity is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I heard X2Y2 is doing really good though.
Yeah, the private sales, it's crushing it, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah. All right. What else we got?
Immutable partnered with NFT.NYC on a multi-year deal for all of their conferences, including London that's coming up.
Really? Oh my God. Yep. Go Immutable. Yes.
Yeah.
I have a request for Immutable if you're listening. Oh. Can you please make
They always listen. They listen. So go ahead.
Can you please move NFT NYC back to November because it's too hot and it smells like garbage and I can't deal with June. I can't deal with it.
And how about even another request? Can you move it away from Times Square?
Please.
Times Square sucks.
Thank you. Please do.
Sorry.
Have it in Miami or something.
Well, we could definitely have it in Miami, but even have it in like I don't know, like whatever, one of the like Soho or down, I don't know, down south a little bit, south of Times Square.
Please. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is our request. I'm sure they'll get on it right as soon as
they will. They will.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Jody's listening, I think, right? Jody Rich.
Jody? Wait, who's that? One of the founders?
He's like the founder of NFT NYC.
Oh, of NFT NYC.
JODEE. Yeah.
Wait, we gotta get the founders of we gotta get the founders of NFT NYC on, and we gotta get the founders of Immutable.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's make it
at the same time.
At the same time. Okay, I don't know about that, but all right, I'm gonna note that.
Yeah.
I'll try to reach out.
So we have a couple more that we didn't go over yet. The Cool Cats partnered with Animoca. What did they raise? A bunch of money, right?
So let me open my tab here. Yeah, I thought this was interesting because it said, I clicked on their article and it says, Cool Cats Group secures strategic investment from Animoca Brands building on gaming partnership. And it says the partnership will drive Cool Cats' mission to become the largest global NFT brand and a robust media and content company, including through expansion of its gaming offerings, which I thought was interesting. That I was like, oh shoot, they're trying to become the largest global NFT brand, and then gaming, they're really trying to nail gaming. So we'll see what happens with that, but that's very interesting.
Cool Cats is up 18% over the last 7 days, up to 3.3 ETH.
3.3.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not bad for them. Clone X made a big move. Yeah, I have my Cool Cat. Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
I should think about. I got to talk to my accountant because it might make sense to sell it before the end of the year. Because I bought it for like $25,000.
Ooh, Lord!
He bought it live. I convinced him.
I bought it live on the show.
Wow.
Yeah,
On the show.
And then it went way up after that. No, I bought it for $9. And it went up to like 16. And then I did get a tiny bit ashamed for saying I might sell it. I won't say by who. No, I'm just joking. There was no shame. There was no shame.
Was it me? Oh yeah, it was me. It was me.
Yeah, a little bit. You said you were like, no, then we all will be Cool Cats. And I was like, oh, we all won't be Cool Cats. But I knew I should have sold it. Like my gut was like, sell this thing. 17 ETH. The ETH was like 3,000.
Damn, never listen to me again. Yeah, and then anyway, but Cool Cats is like, okay, I guess we all have smiles as well. Okay, there's probably a couple of
but Cool Cats is one of the, Cool Cats was a quote unquote blue chip. That was the one, right? The one we all have. Yeah. I'm happy to have it, but if it makes sense before the end of the year to take like a $20,000 tax loss, that might not be the worst idea in the world.
I had told you that my dentist literally was like, "Hey, you think I should sell my cool cat?" I was like, "Bro, don't be asking me for financial advice."
Oh my God.
But he ended up selling it.
Animoca has partnered with so many people. Like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They they're into obviously like Other Side and all that, but and the Sandbox. But like, if you go to to their website and you go to their investment portfolio, it's just a map of like who's who in Web3. So, their portfolio is pretty crazy.
Yeah. That's what I feel like about A16Z. I feel like it sounds like every single deal. It's like, oh, they're backed by A16Z. They're backed by A16Z.
Right.
Like, they're just like, yeah, we'll give you a few million.
It's like Dapper. They invest in every single flow.
Right.
Project that's raising, basically.
Clone X made a big move this week. They're up 40% in the last 7 days. They put out a video. They're up to 9.34. That was one I kept saying I wanted to get, but I was gun shy.
Project Animus.
Yes, and everyone is like, so you guys saw the video, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, is that a coda? Is that a coda? And then they realized, well, I guess they never came out and said whether it was or not, but then everyone was kind of like, wait, it's probably not a coda. And then everyone's like, oh, they copy codas. But basically, there's a small little figure that has horns, and it does look like a coda, but I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? I mean, I'm sure they drew inspiration from codas. I don't know.
Maybe it's probably genius marketing. I don't know.
Corporate Trash, what do you think?
I mean, it moves different than a coda does. But
it moves different. Okay, fair.
I mean, it kind of looks like one, but I mean, I guess it's not the first little like animal to look like that in the video game world. So I don't know. I know people, I don't have anything Artifact, but I know the people that have it are pretty stoked. And it's really funny because we're kind of going back to Appymon days because they're releasing an egg for this project to holders in November. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, don't release an egg. Like, that was my first ever like rug. It was just,
oh no,
so
the
funny.
eggs never did. Oh my God, like Alice in Wonderland eggs. The cool cat eggs didn't do well. Cool
eggs are not it.
Eggs are just you can get eggs right. Funny. That's a big one.
Yeah. I heard a Twitter space somebody gave a horror story about how they lost all their money on the Appymon the rug, and they weren't able to mint Bored Apes because of that.
Oh no.
Because that was like right before Bored Apes.
Right before. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't think about things like that. Like you can't think it. I mean,
if we had known, then everyone would have literally sold their house and put all their money into.
Well, of course.
Who would have known that? Nobody.
Yeah. So. No.
I wouldn't have talked shit about apes early on, and then get dunked on by Franklin later, like pulling up my old tweets. I'm like, how do you have like this like save? Like,
oh man.
Anyway,
he brought out the receipts.
Yeah, he did once. It was maybe like a month or two ago. But he was I think it was when I had said I was getting really euphoric like around Doodles, and I was like, dude, my flip Bored Apes. And everyone got really pissed at me. Right. And Franklin was like, he like quote tweeted like me like talking shit about like apes or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah.
That was Jennifer engagement farming.
You know what?
Sorry. No engagement farming. You really thought it was gonna happen.
Yeah, let's just go with that was engagement farming.
I'll make a prediction that Doodles before too long, before the end of the year, is over 10 ETH, I think.
Man, I want one of those again, but I don't know. I can't.
Wait, Corporate Trash had a cute like mullet one.
I did.
Yes.
Then I sold it before Space Doodles hit because I was salty about Space Doodles.
Did you sell like up in the 20s?
It was in the high teens or mid-teens.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's
cool.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah.
But
Doodles, that was crazy at one point.
I did buy a beans for 6 ETH when ETH was a lot more, and I sold it for 1. So taking my tax losses. Let's go.
Well, it's 0.87 now, so nice move.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
True.
Beans official.
What about Nate Alex that spent how much? How much did he spend on his? He got like a rare bean. I want to say it was like
a rare bean.
It was like over 30 ETH, I swear.
Oh
like,
man.
69 ETH. It was $189,000.
Yeah. Nate Alex. We had him on the pod, by the way. Plug to that interview.
Plug.
But yes. Like, but you know what? He kind of uses it to his advantage because he just like, pokes fun at it and
he does
from it. Right. So I don't know.
You have to. If you don't laugh, you cry.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, exactly.
Funny. So do we have anything else on the list? Did you guys see that Gary V dropped V Friends toys at Macy's and Macy's like I think Toys R Us is inside of Macy's now. It's basically gone.
Oh. Well, yeah, I remember hearing Toys R Us shut down.
Yeah, so I think like they have like a little section in Macy's called Toys R Us. You know what I mean? Like in the toy section.
Toys R Us used to be like the best.
Oh, it was the best.
I freaking loved going to Toys. Like when I was a kid, like that was like my childhood. Going to Toys R Us, like just going down all the aisles, getting some games for my Game Boy. But yeah, are you gonna buy some of those, Michael?
I didn't pre-buy any of them. I might show up there and see what they're like and see if I don't know, like.
Yeah.
I mean,
physical,
Yeah, I know, right? Where am I gonna put it?
Who wants a physical?
Yeah.
You get someone was saying, "Oh, you'll be able to buy this at a garage sale."
My kids will just destroy it anyway.
Oh damn. Yeah, I don't have any plans to get them, but I think that's cool that they're debuting at Macy's. That's huge.
Yeah, for sure. It's another, Gary V is just another step. He keeps doing all these different partnerships, trying to put the V Friends characters out there.
Yep, totally.
For sure. I think that was everything on our long list.
Wow.
Which is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. We try to cover a lot on this episode.
So fast.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And there's one final thing we do before the end. It's truth or dare. No, I'm just no. We
truth,
do
dare, double dare, promise to repeat.
We do we go over the NFT collection rankings by sales volume over the last 7 days. And we do that from Crypto Slam. And I'm looking at it, and Jennifer's gonna be happy with number 2.
Doodles?
Which is no Doodles, no way. Doodles.
What is it?
It's been moving up the charts recently, and we've been noticing.
Gods Unchained.
Gods Unchained is number 2.
Let's go! Oh my god, I literally played like 10 games like over the weekend. I was like playing my sister. We were like battling each other.
I need to tell you, like a few months ago, I went through the tutorial. And they were like, okay, like you're good to go, like go play. And I was like, what? Like, I do not understand. And I went through it again, and I like it doesn't compute in my brain. Like I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's it definitely took me a bit to get it because you have to, and you also kind of have to like memorize all the different cards, and it's a whole like card strategy game, like with I don't know. And then there's different gods you can play with, and then you can build out decks and. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, but it's a lot of fun. Like once you get the hang of it, it's just I don't know. It's fun for me. Yeah. Okay. So they're number 2. Let's go.
Yeah, they're number 2. 6.5 million in sales volume this week.
Nice.
289,000 transactions. Pretty wild. And that's by far the most transactions. Like Axie Infinity, which used to blow everybody away, had 96,000 transactions, and they're number 13. Gods Unchained with 289,000. Number 1 is CryptoPunks. I think they had a couple more big sales this week, if I'm not mistaken, but the volume was 11 million. Number 3 is So Rare, which we've talked about a bunch recently. If you want to hear about it in depth, go listen to our Alan Carroll episode a few episodes ago. Ranga is number 4, which I did sell my Ranga. If you remember,
I sold it.
I sold it. I bought it at 1.68. And then like literally like a couple hours later, Gordon Garner from the Bored Apes tweeted, I like the Ranga art, and it went up. And it went all the way up to 3.2, and it started crashing down. I was like, I'm getting out of this. And I listed it 2.9, 2.8, 2.7, finally sold it at 2.7. It went all the way down to 2 ETH, back up to 2.5.
Wow.
I just was like, I'm not riding this down. Like it might come back. It probably will. It probably will do very well, but I wanted to take a little profit.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was like 6 days. I had it 1.6 to 2.7. Yeah. a little something. Clonex is number 5. NFL All Day with also large transaction volumes, number 6. Bored Ape, number 7. ENS is number 8. ENS still crushing it. Art Block's number 9. I wonder if they had a new dropper. I didn't even notice. And Mutants are number 10.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we wrap this up, corporate trash, any final words, closing thoughts, anything you want to say?
No, just thank you guys so much for having me. Hopefully one day I can come back on again, and congrats on we're almost 100 episodes.
Woo!
And if you guys have not reviewed them, please go to Apple Podcasts and review them. At least do the star if you don't want to write anything.
Wow, too kind. And you're episode 95, which is the year I was born. So that's just
let's go.
Iconic.
Dating yourself.
True. All right. Well, with that said, thank you all so much for listening, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to the NFT Catcher Podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned something new about the exciting world of NFTs. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And if you really love what you're hearing, please leave us a rating and review on your favorite platform. If you want to stay up to date with the latest news and insights from the NFT space, be sure to follow us on all the socials at NFT Catcher Pod. You can follow Jennifer at Jennifer_pseudo and Michael at NFTicket. I'm your producer, Andy, and I'm at AJC254. Our theme song's by It's Just Los. We always appreciate your feedback and support, which helps us reach more people and bring you informative and engaging content about NFTs. We look forward to bringing you more great NFT content in future episodes. Thanks for listening. Peace.